The air filter for the engine. It should look like this, but it looks like that. Mister, can I get it back, please?
Oh, fuck. Shit, man. I just washed the floors today. Max power. 200 max. Okay, we use some tools.
It was definitely too long day. We should go home before something happens.
Too much lubricant.
Hello. Today we continue with Alfa Romeo. It's time to do some maintenance. Rokas already did some jobs and started it, so I had to stop him and say, wait a minute, we want to show what's happening with this car. So first of all, if you remember, it had this amazing sports intake or something. It's gonna be removed. Let me show you why. We already removed air filter for the engine and air filter for the interior. This is what's left of it, and this is the air filter for the engine. For you to understand, it should look like this, but it looks like that. Mister, can I get it back? Please, please and thank you. I can't understand what kind of performance gains they had. Apollo, I will take this. Thank you. Come on. I have to give it to Rokas and Tota, who's spending time here. Look at them. They kind of working, just messing around. And Rokas is definitely working. So I don't know what kind of performance they had with this kind of filter, and it was awful. So we are going to remove it and we are going to install the OEM one, but the problem is that it's really hard to find. So we are still looking for it, and we are definitely not going to install this intake box anymore. Also, you saw one more person inside. He was sitting here, and you can see he was doing nothing. This is Tota. He was with us, making this happen behind the scenes for a really long time, and finally he joined us as a full-time. So he's going to work here together with Rokas full-time, so I can mess around even more. We're going to focus on body parts, so what we were doing with E90 body kit, and with other cars also with the intakes. We have engineer Matas, who's not here right now, but he's designing the stuff, and those are gonna make sure that it's gonna become real. But before that, he is a carpenter, and he took care of our new workbenches. Rokas, are you happy?
Very happy.
He's gonna have a new spot to work. This is his workbenches. We're gonna have different workbenches for Tota. He's gonna have his own corner, so we don't have to mess around and try to fit in one room like we're doing right now.
Just need one more section.
One more section?
Yeah, over here to put my bottles.
But I was planning to buy some panels for you to put the tools over there, no?
Tools? Why I need tools?
Finally, this workspace getting shaped, and later we will show you another space where Tota going to have his own space and gonna own it. And talking about this car, what else Rokas did, so he already replaced stabilizer links, and what else? Rokas, what you did?
Saloon filter, air filter, and that's all.
We are going to continue together with you guys. We have to replace CV axle boot, we have to replace spark plugs, and definitely we will have to replace the oil. For the oil, we're going to use liquid moly 10W60. It's the oil that we are using for race cars. For example, our drift car, it's really good oil. This car is not gonna be used daily, and it's gonna be used for fun. So that's why we are using this oil. So if engine gets hotter, oil stays the same, and gonna keep all the specs as we should. So let's dig in.
Let's start.
Tota is still hiding, but give him a shout out. It's gonna take few episodes for him to get used to it and to get used to the camera.
What the actual fuck? It doesn't fit. Mamma mia, we should grind it, I think.
Who's holding the button?
You can hold it. You know, we have very good instruments to work. Double power. Let's go.
Doing good?
Oh, we have something. I didn't eat all day. I'm starving. Need some lubricants?
Yes.
Or no?
That's right.
You are a strong guy.
Of course, look.
Okay, so guys, already removed CV axle. We're gonna replace CV axle boot. As you can see, it's quite old. So you have your surgical table, but you definitely need to clean it up.
Who made the mess?
I guess one of the mess generators is over here, and another part is over there. 2 mess generators.
Everything is clean as always. Cleaner than my house. A home? I don't know. I don't have a home. I live here.
There is a good thing about that. You can work longer.
The time knocks, I'm out.
And where you are going?
Not your business.
To sleep in your Honda.
2 beers. I'm very good and happy.
Let's talk about how CV axle gonna be removed. CV axle joint, maybe. I don't know how it's called in English, but we are going to put it to our new vise. Rokas always cleaning it because he really loves it.
First day at office.
He is really happy about it. We're still gonna use some bolts and nuts to fix it to the table, but overall, the CV axle gonna be fixed into vise, and we're gonna use this tool to pull this part away. There's a ring inside, the retainer ring, so it keeps everything together. So we are going to pull it, and after that we are going to wash it, because definitely by looking so there are some kind of dirt inside. So we are going to wash the part in our parts washer, and yeah, we're gonna put new grease, new wood, and it's gonna be ready to go. After hammering and playing around, CV joint finally removed. The thing is that it's quite difficult to remove. It's like quite old style that you have to play around, and in order not to break CV joint, the retaining ring. But what we found out after inspecting, that there was some kind of dirt already inside, and the sides of the CV joint is messed up. So we decided not to save this CV joint, and we are going to replace the complete unit. That's why we just hammered it down, and that's it. Before that, we were using a tool and we were trying to remove the retaining clip. It was some kind of disaster, but then we found that CV joint a little bit stuck around, so we said that, okay, fuck it, let's hammer it down, and that's it. So we need to order that tomorrow, and we are going to put everything together. So today, car is not gonna run yet, but we can continue. It's time to remove spark plugs. You can see Total Rokas already doing that. So sometimes it's really messed up. We're always trying to save original parts as much as possible, but not always happening. And yeah, it's gonna be messed up. I'm going to mess my hands, but I just want to show you why this is happening and how you can prevent this for your car. This rubber was really old, as you saw before, and the top part was completely broken. So the dirt, you can see all over. I don't want to make more mess, but the dirt was already inside, and the car was delivered from Japan. It was standing in some yards or something for a while. Also, after that, it was put into a container and everything else. So things like these are not good for your suspension, for your transmission and everything else. So yeah, always try to inspect all the rubber parts as soon as possible, so you can save them and don't wait until it breaks. Just inspect for all kind of damage, or you can see cracks on the rubber. So if you see any kind of cracks, replace it as soon as possible so you can save your parts. It's the same with ball joints. Lots of ball joints can be restored. Here in Lithuania, lots of ball joints getting restored. You can replace rubber on top of the ball joint, no problem, especially if we are using car for off-road or anything else. We are using better caps made from, wait, I forgot how it's called, from polyurethane, maybe like that. But it's much harder, much stiffer, and harder to mess around. So definitely more expensive than simple ones. Manufacturers try to save the costs, make better margins. So of course we are using cheaper options, but yeah, everything savable. Just do that in time. Let's go to the guys and let's work on spark plugs.
We have to remove intake because we can't pull out the plugs.
Some extra job.
What's your opinion about Italian cars?
Italian. Periculo. Very good for now, but I won't buy it. Not my type of car. Honda is the best.
Maybe we can remove this. It would be easier.
NGK, Japan classical spark plugs for every Japan car. Very good. So we changed the spark plugs. It wasn't that difficult as it looked like. You just need to remove some hoses, some screws, move a little bit the intake, and that's it. Also, just one thing that at the last plug I remember that this kind is can do like this, and I used the pliers to take it out. So my fault. And yeah, I think that's enough for today. All jobs are done. Probably. Just need to. Jobs? It's done. What is that?
One more thing left.
One more thing left. Where are you gonna put it?
I can put some oil in you.
Ah yeah, this baby needs some refreshments.
One for you, one for you.
But now it's time for Italian cigarella. Italian design for oil filters, not good in European. It's
Plug
too
is
tight.
here and bar is here. So all will all come on this.
It's gonna be going with the pressure, and you know it's gonna.
It will be messy, Rokas. It will be messy.
From my eye, it looks the good angle because I was playing Counter-Strike and I was very good with the angles, you know. Oh, you are a strong guy.
Yeah.
Not for your weight. There is no oil. No. Very beautiful. It was good oil.
Oh, fuck!
Shit, man. I just washed the floors today. I told you I played CSGO. CS or CSGO? I don't know. 1.6 was the best. Max power. 215 max. Okay, we use some tools. No. Bad tools. But I tightened it with almost 200 newtons with these two.
Just for the future. These kind of oil filters is more than enough just to tighten by hands.
I said I used my tool.
Yeah, your tools. So more than enough. You can always, for filters that are not enclosed or anything else, just old metal type filters, you lubricate the sealing ring a little bit. And that's it, you tighten by hand. And because some stupid people over tighten them, and after that it's possible to snap off the oil filter and the threads and everything else. So just tighten by hand, and it's more than enough. When we are talking about the plastic housings of the oil filters, most of them have written down the torque on it. In most cases it's 25 Newton meters. Yeah.
It's not too bright for you? Maybe.
No, I'm good. Okay. I felt like in heaven.
In here.
Yeah. So yeah, just simple tips.
Don't miss.
was definitely too long day. We should go home before something happens.
Too much lubricant.
It runs much smoother.
Yeah.
It's even smoother than you.
Nothing is more smoother than me.
You like smoother?
I like scooter.
Enough?
Not enough. Or maybe? Oh yeah, it's enough.
In the middle. So let's not overfill it. The middle is the perfect spot and great. We are still waiting for a CV joint. We are going to receive it.
Joint.
Joint?
Joint.
Funny guy, come over here. You have a microphone. Stand here.
Okay.
I don't have it. Both of them took it. So yeah, we are still waiting for a CV joint. We're going to receive it next week. So until then, we're definitely going to put old one just in order to get the wheel on. So the wheel bearing won't get broken. We are still waiting for that filter box. I'm trying to contact one guy from Italy. He's not speaking English, so everything goes through Google Translate, so it's quite harder. We still need to work the exhaust. We need to fix that. We have to bring it somewhere for someone to TIG weld it, because we can do that with MIG, but if we want to have that sexy welding seams and etc., so like it was before, we have to bring it for a TIG. We need to replace one mount of the exhaust that is broken, I saw.
What we know? Maybe there will be something more in the progress.
Yeah, we still have some rubber bushings for the stabilizer. So we are going to replace them, but it's not a big deal, so we are not going to show that. Guys gonna do that during the day. And yeah, we are trying to change the concept. We will try to introduce more daily routine to our videos. So this was the pilot version. So I'm not gonna be around during the day, so the guys are gonna mess around and you will see if we are working or not, 2 videos, or what the hell we are doing during the day. And yeah, so we'll try joint. So we will try to introduce more daily stuff, and you will see how our workshop evolves, what we are building, what we are doing, how we are learning, and what we are breaking.
Everything is breaking.
And yeah, enough for today.
Enough for today.
Clean up your fucking mess.
Everything is clean.
Everything except you. And yeah, thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.
See ya.